Hello everyone, welcome back once again. Today we complete our 8th book of the 52 weeks 52 books challenge, and the book that I've completed reading this week and made notes of just for you is Rework by Jason Fried and David Hansson. अब सच कहूं तो ये बुक थोड़ी अलग है, कुछ ज्यादा ही स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड और ब्लंट है, and it's purely for startup owners or people who are planning to launch their own startup. Plus, it's for people who are at leadership positions in any startup company. Now, let me warn you that this book does not use any rosy language or sugarcoating to convey its message. तो हो सकता है जिस तरह से इस बुक में बातें बताई गई हैं वो आपको थोड़ी रूड लगे, but trust me, whatever this book says is 100% practical, realistic, straightforward and extremely relevant in today's startup scenario. And if you are a business owner, then this book will guide you on number one, how to build the right mindset to run and manage your startup successfully. This book will guide you on hiring, planning, innovation, and disruption. This book will guide you on how to build the right culture in your organization, and most importantly, how to manage goof ups. It'll also show you some really cool, amazing strategies to beat your competition hands down and gain attention of your customers. And most importantly, the best part is that this book will give you a good long list of blunders that you must avoid at all costs to save your company from being burned down to ashes. Now you know that 95% startups fail in the first 5 years. मैं खुद भी previously एक startup के साथ काम कर रहा था which failed miserably because the leaders there and the owner did not know how to run or manage the startup successfully, and the saddest part was that they were not ready to learn. तो भैया अगर आप एक स्टार्टअप ओनर हैं या कोई स्टार्टअप शुरू करने की सोच रहे हैं तो इस बुक को पढ़ना आपके लिए बेहद ज्यादा जरूरी है. And as I always say, just in case if you wish to buy this book, I have pasted a link in the description given below. You simply need to click on this link and buy this book from Amazon. Now, let's quickly move on to our learnings from the book.
Rework by Jason Fried and David Hansson says that learning from mistakes and failure is overrated. It's a general mentality to say, भाई fail हुआ तो क्या हुआ, and that it's okay to fail, that we learn from our failures. But Rework says that failure can only teach you what not to do, but you still won't know what exactly to do to succeed. Like the startup that I was previously working with, गलतियां करते थे, अपनी गलतियों से सीखते थे और फिर और ज्यादा गलतियां करते थे, जिसकी वजह से हजारों बिजनेस अफिलिएट्स का लाखों रुपए का नुकसान हुआ और आज कंपनी बंद होने की कगार पर है. नोट दैट ओनली सक्सेस कैन टेल यू व्हाट विल वर्क, सो ट्रायल एंड एरर की आदत से बाहर निकलो एंड स्टॉप बीइंग ओके विद इट. Long-term business planning is a fantasy unless you are a fortune teller. भाई बिजनेसमैन हो या बाबा बंगाली, stop behaving as if you know the future. 5 साल बाद ये करेंगे, 10 साल बाद वो हो जाएगा. Stop. As a startup owner, you need to focus on the now. Focus on the current challenges at hand. Plan for now and keep improvising on the way. Premature hiring will kill you. Premature expansion will kill your business. A lot of startup owners fancy starting with a huge office space, big product range, big budget, lot of manpower, which shoots the operating expense over the roof. और यही बढ़ता कॉस्ट फिर रीजन बनता है layoffs का, low quality of products का, and a lot of other such problems. Now startup owners need to understand that workaholics are not heroes. अरे ये तो वो लोग हैं who are very bad at prioritization, who have low operational efficiency and are extremely poor in time management. So stop celebrating such people who are workaholics because they are building a toxic culture in your organization. Don't start a business just because you love doing something. Start a business to add value. मुझे खाना बनाने में मजा आता है या मुझे खाना बनाना बहुत अच्छे से आता है doesn't mean that मुझे रेस्टोरेंट खोल लेना चाहिए. You need to think, क्या मुझे रेस्टोरेंट खोलने की ज़रूरत है, या जहां मैं रेस्टोरेंट ओपन करने की सोच रहा हूं क्या वहां लोगों को सच में ज़रूरत है? Will I be adding value by doing so? You need to think. Start. Don't wait for perfection. What matters is what you do and not what you plan or think. अब यहाँ पर let me give you my own example. I wanted to start this book reading series from a long time, but I was waiting to be perfect. And I lost 1 complete year waiting for perfection to occur. But then I realized it was stupid to wait because building perfection is a never-ending process and perfection will build on the way. Nothing is perfect at the first go. What's important is to start. Commitment strategy versus exit strategy has been explained very nicely in the book. So let's keep it for you to read from the book. Don't build everything and stop trying to sell everyone because it's a sure short way to doom. This was one of the biggest mistakes of my previous organization. सबके लिए कुछ ना कुछ बनाओ और सबको कुछ ना कुछ बेचो. स्टूडेंट को बेचो, बिजनेसमैन को बेचो, वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल को बेचो, बेरोजगार को बेचो, अमीर को बेचो, गरीब को बेचो, जिससे जरूरत है उसे भी बेचो, जिससे जरूरत नहीं है उसे भी बेचो. This is what resulted in the fall of that startup. So stop the सबको बेचो business and learn to be specific. Rework says meetings are toxic. Discussions are not progress. Decision is. मेरी प्रीवियस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बहुत सारी मीटिंग्स होती थी, रोज मीटिंग होती थी जिसका आउटपुट 0 होता था. What bosses don't understand is how many man hours they're wasting, which instead could have been used to generate business. For example, if you conduct a 1 hour meeting with 10 people, you are sacrificing 10 hours of productivity in a day. यानी महीने के 250 घंटे wasted in discussions with no output. So keep your meetings to a minimum and end every meeting with a decision, not with suggestions. Now understand this deeply. Momentum fuels motivation and momentum comes from winning. And winning is easier when the tasks are small. So start small with small tasks, small projects and small targets. Small wins will prepare you for big wins. वो कहावत तो सुनी होगी ना आपने, पार्ट बाय पार्ट यू कैन ईट एन एलिफेंट. एक बहुत ही बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल माइंड में आया था, लेकिन वो एग्जाम्पल मेरी वाइफ का है, तो सोचा लेट्स नॉट टेक रिस्क. अभी और 45 बुक की समरी देनी बाकी है और उसके लिए जिंदा रहना जरूरी है. बट जोक्स अपार्ट, शी इज माई एक्चुअल मोटिवेशन. सो लेट मी गिव यू माई ओन एग्जाम्पल. आप सब जानते हैं ना दैट आई हैव टेकन अ 300 days चैलेंज, जहां मैंने 300 दिनों के लिए अपनी सारी फेवरेट चीजों का त्याग करने का निर्णय लिया है. बाहर का खाना, जंक फूड, फ्राइड फूड, पिज्जा, बर्गर, सैंडविच, केक, पेस्ट्री, बिस्किट, मिठाइयाँ इत्यादि जैसी बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है, इन सारी चीज़ों का 300 दिनों के लिए त्याग कर दिया है. 300 दिनों के लिए धूप, बारिश, सर्दी, गर्मी की परवाह ना करते हुए रोज सुबह 4:30 बजे अपनी दिनचर्या की शुरुआत करने का निर्णय लिया है. फंक्शन हो या कोई पार्टी हो या कोई त्यौहार हो, हर हाल में हर दिन 300 दिनों के लिए शाम 7 बजे से पहले डिनर करने का निर्णय लिया है और अपनी फिटनेस पर पूरी तरह से फोकस करने का निर्णय लिया है. जब मैं ये सारी बातें किसी को बताता हूं ना, तो लोगों को लगता है कि ये मैंने वेट कम करने के लिए क्या होगा. बट लेट मी टेल यू दैट वेट कंट्रोल करने के लिए या कम करने के लिए ये सारी चीजें नहीं की है. वेट कंट्रोल विल सिंपली बी अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री आउटकम. द रियल ऑब्जेक्टिव हाउएवर इज अपने मन मस्तिष्क पर नियंत्रण पाना, अपनी इच्छाओं पर, अपनी भावनाओं पर नियंत्रण पाना, अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर आना. Basically, to become emotionally a more balanced individual and to have a very strong and powerful control over the mind. अब इस चैलेंज की शुरुआत 300 days से नहीं हुई थी. शुरुआत छोटी थी. I started with 7 days, nailed it successfully and then did it for 21 days. फिर काफ़ी कॉन्फिडेंस आया, सोचा let's try it for 100 days now and I did it. उसके बाद I took the same challenge for 200 days and completed that as well. और कॉन्फिडेंस आया, भरोसा आया दैट आई कैन डू इट. तब जाकर ये 300 दिनों के लिए चैलेंज लिया है. पहले से अगर 300 days का चैलेंज लेता तो शायद कभी पूरा नहीं कर पाता. रिमेंबर, इन दिस एंटायर जर्नी द स्टार्ट वॉज स्मॉल. सो स्टार्ट स्मॉल, लर्न टू इनोवेट एंड डिस्टर्ब एंड पिक अप अ फाइट. These two amazing techniques will help you move ahead of and beat your competition. And both these techniques have been explained very nicely in the book. So let's keep it for the book and move on to our next learning. Don't confuse enthusiasm with priority. Startup owners के साथ ना ये अक्सर होता है, भाई ये कमाल का आइडिया आया है, चलो इस पे काम करते हैं, और हाथ के काम छोड़कर ये सारे नए आइडिया पे लग जाते हैं. Rework says don't do it. It's foolish. Let your ideas cool off. First complete the work at hand. Outteach your competition. Tell your customers what your competitors are not telling them. Take them behind the scenes. बताओ उन्हें the hard work that you're doing to make your product. You know what? People love to find out little secrets. It will help you form a strong bond with your customers. You don't need to be perfect. Your product doesn't need to be perfect. Perfection will come along the way. At the initial stage, too much of perfection sounds fake. Don't be afraid to show or accept your flaws, because that will make you appear real and genuine. Now pay very close attention to the next two learnings. They're the most important learnings of this entire book. Number 1, avoid a yes man culture. This is one of the most important learnings for all startup owners. Fire the people who work just to please you, who always say a yes to everything, especially at leadership level. Hire people who have the courage to express when they differ. Hiring a yes man is one of the biggest reasons for the fall of many startups, including the last one that I worked for. Number two, own your bad news. Don't push your mistakes under the carpet. Apologize and accept responsibility because your customers will respect you more when you accept your mistakes. आपने बहुत सारे लोगों को सुना होगा ना बोलते नो कमेंट्स. भाई साहब, नो कमेंट्स इज नॉट एन ऑप्शन. Not admitting mistakes and not taking responsibility is a blunder that has killed many startups, including my previous organization. So, own your bad news as soon as possible. And finally, put everyone on the front line. Every department must get to interact with the customer. Marketing, product, tech, leadership, every single department must interact with the customer to understand their real pain points. This was one of the biggest reasons why the products of my previous organization failed miserably to add value to our customers. भैया ट्रेनिंग वाले कस्टमर से इंटरेक्ट कर रहे थे, अपना इनपुट दे रहे थे, लेकिन प्रोडक्ट वाले कुछ और ही बनाने में लगे हुए हैं. सेल्स वाले कुछ और ही बोल के प्रोडक्ट को बेच रहे हैं. और जहां तक लीडरशिप की बात है, वो तो अपनी अलग ही दुनिया में लगी हुई है. चांद पे जाने की स्ट्रैटेजी बना रही है, लेकिन उन्हें ये समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कि भैया ग्राउंड पे हमारा प्रोडक्ट क्यों नहीं बिक रहा. ये सारी भसड़ क्यों हुई? Because many crucial departments were not connected to the ground, to our internal and external customers.
Now, those were just few of the many learnings that this book has to offer. इसके अलावा भी this book speaks about a lot of things that will guide you on how to run and manage your startup successfully. So, as I always say, just in case if you wish to buy this book, you can check out the link given in the description below. You can simply click on this link and buy this book from Amazon. Now, the next book that I'm going to read for you is a surprise that you're going to love very much. So, अरे भाई जल्दी से चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो और बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना मत भूलना to stay updated with all our latest and upcoming videos.